Hi, in this video I want to talk about join types, specifically inner joins. I'm going to start first though by talking about table relationships because table relationships get confused for many students with join types. So let's look at this relationship that exists here between bank customers and bank accounts. Okay, so we have bank customers that's linked to bank accounts. And we know that because there is this line that's darkened with this 1 and this infinity, that this the referential integrity is turned on. And if I double click on it, we can see the referential integrity is turned on. Okay. That says that any records in the child table must have a match with records here. And what I mean more specifically about that is that the IDs that help to identify records in this table cannot exist in this table if they aren't first entered over here. Now, once again, any IDs over here can be entered and it's not a problem. But over here, they're constrained on what IDs you can enter based on what's already entered over here. Okay? So that's a restriction that table relationships has. And so I want to emphasize that the table relationship puts restrictions on data entry. Now, join types have more to do with how the data is displayed. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that more in a moment. So there are two different kinds of join types. There's an inner join and an outer join. And just briefly, I'll say that inner joins have to do with displaying all matching records from one table with another table. Outer joins have to do with displaying all the records in one table and anything that's matching in the other table. That's a quick overview. I'm now going to go forward and explain more about inner joins. So once again, an inner join refers to displaying data, not entering it, but displaying data where records from one table have matches from another table. Okay. So let's go down here and look at this example right here. We have records from this bank customers table. Okay, we have 7 records, the ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also have bank accounts here. Okay, and so remember that they are related, and so nothing here can be entered unless the ID exists over here. Okay, but the opposite is not true. Okay, that's the requirements for this relationship. Now, that is about entering the data. Now let's talk about how the data is displayed in a query. Okay, so we'll come down here, and the default for any relationship is that the join type is an inner join. Okay, so what I'm saying is that since this is set up as an inner join, all the records here and that match with any records over here will be displayed. So let's go down and look at that. here we have Harry, Julia, Miles, Sam, Sue, and Sam. Now, if you go up here and look, all of those people have matching records over here. And so they are displayed because, again, all the records in one table that match with all the records in the other table. Okay? So these two records did not show up in our inner join because they didn't have matches in the bank accounts. Okay? So that's really what an inner join example is about. Okay? And one thing that I want to remind you of is the default join type for any relationship is an inner join. So let's go and look at how to set the inner join. So we'll double click here, we'll click on join type, and here you can set the join type. Now once again, it was defaulted to the first one, and this first one is the inner join. Only rows where join fields from both tables are equal. Yep. So it's already set for an inner join. Now it could have been set for something else and you had to set it to the inner join, but in this case it's not. Okay? So that is one way to set an inner join. Okay? Another way is you can have a query and you relate to things, to fields in a query from one table to the other, such as this one. And so we can double click here and set the join type. Okay? And once again, the first one is the inner join option. Now again, it was defaulted to that, so that would be what would show up. Okay? All right, and you can read through this and see if you understand it. Hopefully you do.